Hi and welcome to Let's Talk For Real. For those of you that don't know, this is a podcast where me, myself, the host, and Hannah Robson, the co-host,
hello,
we just get together, talk about all things real, opinionated, and just a real honest chat or discussion. And I know we're doing this a bit early, going back to the 1 week schedule. No, we're not.
No.
Please don't get your hopes up. We're doing this early because, well, as Keemstar from Drummer would say, we've got some sources to tell you.
Yeah, definitely. Like big news that's happened this
Like
week.
a lot has been going on
Yeah.
since. So like I was on YouTube the other day. I was like, rah, like there's so much going on. Like I need clickbait titles. So I thought let's just talk about this one. It's still relevant.
Yeah.
Because this is going to be a story that's probably going to stretch out for the rest of the year, if I'm honest with you. And we're going to start off with the main one here. So, KSI, in case you guys don't know who he is, he's an author of a book, he's a boxer, he's a rapper,
He's a rapper.
he's an actor as well,
YouTuber.
slash comedian, slash YouTuber, slash blogger. My friend, this guy's got so many job descriptions that I don't even know what to call him. But yeah, just look him up. His name's KSI. He's mainly a rapper these days, if I'm honest.
Yeah,
But,
I think mainly a rapper because he's doing nothing but music on YouTube. I think it's.
and he does like his Reddit things every now and then. And,
definitely.
and yeah, he has a second channel if you want to look it up. I'm not going to mention it because I'm not giving him views.
Yeah.
But yeah, and he has a brother called Deji / Comedy Shorts Gamer. He was called Comedy Shorts Gamer for quite some time, but now he's basically just named his channel Deji for reasons I'll explain later. So me and Hannah know these two very well. Well, I like to think I know them better than Hannah does. So, what? It's true. I was the one that introduced you to both of them, like online, obviously. I don't know them personally. Because I've watched them since they first started, I feel like I know them quite well, especially KSI. So, for those of you that don't know him, I'm just going to give like a quick context story here. So, KSI started YouTube first. It was, if I'm not wrong, it was around 2011 to 2010 time. And the only reason I know, because the first video he uploaded was, I forget what one, but it was Call of Duty. It was either FIFA that most people think of, yeah. But so yeah, he was doing his own thing for a while, and then in 2012, he's on his second channel, not his main channel by the way, his second channel, he started doing videos with his brother Deji, and now obviously they're brothers, so he at that stage he gained a bit of social following, so he knew like if he had Deji on his channel, then it helped him. No?
Yeah, exactly. Give him a bit of push, a little. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, and a lot of people to this day say that with Deji, he's only where he is now because of his brother. I disagree with that completely. First of all, I disagree with that completely, 100%. It's like with that podcast KSI was on the other week, Off the Pill podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that they. Let's have it right. They're no ones. They've not even less subscribers than us, believe it or not.
Yeah, but
Well, had they probably don't now.
Yeah, because
They had like 200 or 300 something before KSI went on there.
Yeah.
Now, if those guys kick off, start going places, it's not just the KSI. It's because those guys or guy or girl. Listen, I've never watched the show. I just know that KSI went on there, and so if they start getting popular, it won't be because of KSI. Yes, because it was on one episode, but. No, they're going to continue.
Yeah, obviously.
The people that watch them are going to want to keep watching them, no?
Obviously, yes.
So it's the same with Deji. People subscribe to him because they like or liked his content at the time, right? Right. So, yeah, we're leading up to the story, but I'm just going to give a massive background information. So, they was doing their YouTube like scary things and all that stuff, FIFA and all that sort of stuff for a while. I'm gonna skip ahead by about 2 years. So 2014, KSI's doing his own thing these days with the Sidemen, and Deji is still with his parents, and even to this day is still with the parents. And so ever since that, they didn't really do too many videos as often as they used to, but they still do. They were still close as far as we knew.
Yeah.
As far as publicly was known, they still appeared to be close. And so coming up, I'm just going to do a massive time skip now, coming up to just before where we currently are. In case of you guys don't know this also, because Max Brannan from EastEnders also knew about this, there was a massive boxing event with KSI versus Logan Paul. Because remember we saw Max in the audience?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's his name? James Wood or something.
James Wood, I think. I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, so there was a massive... This was like the biggest online event ever, to be honest. The biggest thing on the internet.
Yeah.
And so it ended in a draw, for those of you that don't know, with KSI versus Logan. Don't ask me how. Me personally, I'm edging towards Logan Paul because, let me put it this way, yeah. For the first 2 to 3 rounds, who won? Logan Paul. Now, if KSI was to, not now because he's bulking, but if he was to fight and at his best, a fully fit Logan Paul, would he win? He wasn't winning. Only when Logan Paul was getting tired, he had that edge.
Yeah.
So he sort of done like what was his name? Mayweather done to McGregor. That's how he beat him, innit? He was like, yo, I'm gonna let you come at me when you're tired. Boom. That's
it's called pacing yourself. Yeah. Obviously.
That's what KSI is very good at as a boxer. And before that event, there was I don't know what you want to call it. It wasn't the opener. It was the warm-up, I would say, before the main event.
Yeah.
This was the second main event, if you will. Brother against the other brother. So it was the two young brother, the young brother of the Paul, which was Jake Paul, who's a twat, and the young brother of KSI, which is Deji, who at the time, and I still think to this day, he's a sound guy. He's a good guy, I say. But we're going to get onto this later. So, as most of us would have expected, Deji lost. But fair play to the man. He done really well. He lasted the 4th or 5th round.
He lasted 4 rounds, I think.
Yeah, and Deji, not Deji, Jake and all them not were like, oh, we're going to knock him out like the first round. Oh, he ain't going to do nothing. But at the end of the day, who was the one that left with a effed up face?
Deji.
Jake Paul.
Oh yeah, Jake Paul, sorry.
Deji wasn't really that badly... He was just winded.
No. Yeah.
He wasn't that badly damaged. Jake Paul was... my God.
Yeah, he was bleeding, I think.
And he only lost because his what do you call him? I guess you would say his coaching staff threw the towel in. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
He didn't quit. They quit for him. Sorry.
You're burping.
So, yeah, we're all caught up now with the background of KSI and Deji, as far as characteristics are concerned. So, now after the boxing fights, coming to around earlier this year, was it? Or late last year?
I think...
The recent diss tracks.
Last year?
Yeah, it was before Christmas time, yes.
Early last year.
So last year, around winter time, let's just say, so 2018 winter, diss tracks are back again. So it started off with, for those of you that don't know, like I said before, KSI is with a group called the Sidemen. And who they essentially are is just a bunch of friends that used to do GTA videos, and it's just sort of grown from there. Now they do all sorts of videos together, and they're all quite good friends. Like with KSI, he went to school with one of them. They were very close. And all the others sort of knew each other's... They all sort of knew each other from a friend of a friend or something like that.
But what really surprised me, I think I knew before that 2 of them went to the same school together. That's how they knew each other.
Yeah, Simon
and then obviously the other, 3 or 2...
Josh and Toby also went to school together.
So
secondary.
they're kind of, if you think about it, came together and they're like, oh...
I don't know what's the story with Ethan and Harry, but...
Yeah, I think they went there in separate schools, I think.
Possibly. I wouldn't be surprised if Harry went to a posh one anyway, just by looking at him. But, so yes, so the Sidemen do this thing called Sidemen Sundays these days, which is essentially just a video every Sunday. It could be anything. It could be anything from like, I don't even know, what was it? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire to roast the Sidemen.
Yeah, or Countdown or something.
Yeah, it could be anything. They do all sorts of stuff, which is really good. But so there was one video that they'd done. What was this one? Was it Weakest Link? No. Anyway, forget what it was. I forget, to be honest. But so it was the Sidemen, like all of them together, versus like other YouTubers. So like the likes of Jamie, Randolph, Canets, Cal Freezy was there as well, I think, and others, because I don't know who they were. And so yeah, there was one question that was asked, and KSI was the host. Now KSI never did he make this. Yeah, he made the answers, I think, not the questions. I think the questions were from the viewers or something like that. But the question was, name a dead YouTuber. Randolph presses his button, and straight away he says Deji. Now this is now the key point. This is where things really start now. So first of all, I'm going to say this: do you think KSI was involved in that at all?
Well, obviously not.
Obviously not.
He's only asked the question, and then obviously Randolph said straight away Deji. And as soon as when we watched that video, I was thinking, yeah, beef is going to happen.
Why? Why should it? It's just a show on YouTube. Well, not show.
Yeah, but obviously Deji's going to sit thinking, right, that's it.
He took it to heart. He took it seriously when at the time it was made just as a fun joke, because at the time Deji was a dead YouTuber, and even to right now, well, okay, not now because of what I'm about to say later on, but before his recent video, he was a dead YouTuber because he was losing subs. He was losing. Well, not you can't.
Not losing, but he was the same subs each.
No, he was. Okay, yeah, he just wasn't gaining basically. He wasn't
gaining, yeah.
Yeah, but I think he was losing though. But anyway, and then Deji was moaning, "Oh, that's just because I changed my name to Deji now. It's not Tommy Shorts Gamer." No, it's because it was in Randolph's diss track. We'll get to it later. But so yeah, right now at this point in time, KSI and Deji should not have any issues. Yeah, right. So his issue should just be with Randolph if he sees it as an issue. Yeah, which we both agree right now that shouldn't be a problem. Randolph even explained he said it at the time because he thought that's what KSI would have had as the answers, but no, it wasn't, because KSI doesn't think that way. So skipping on ahead, we now get Deji's reaction video to the diss track, and to sum it all up, it's just him saying, "Yo, Nat, what the hell? Don't do this. Oh, I might make a diss track. Oh, if I get so many likes, I get a diss track." Guess what happened?
Diss tracks happened.
Diss tracks happened.
Again.
So, I think yes, I did. Yes, it is. Deji was the first one to make the diss track. His diss track was called Ran, and think of it how you want. To me, as a 24.7, I think something percent Escalation Jew, it's racist. If it's racist towards the Jews, because there's a chorus in it that goes like, "Any man hadn't like his aunt," and I sincerely hope we don't get copyrighted. Please don't copyright us. But yeah, that's the chorus to his thing. But I'm just gonna do the highlights of the diss track. One key part, again, now this is another key part to the story now between the two brothers. Within this diss track, right, Deji has released a screenshot of KSI's bank statements of KSI sending £6,000
£4,000.
Was it 4?
4,000.
Okay, stand corrected. £4,000 into Randolph's bank account. Now, none of Randolph's bank information was leaked. Who the diss track was on, by the way.
Yeah.
It was all KSI's bank, well, not all of it, but some of KSI's bank information released to the public. Yeah. Now, of course, me myself, KSI had a problem with this. He had an issue with his brother releasing his bank information to the public. Because at the time, and Did he? I think he did. Or 19. At the time, KSI had 19 million subscribers, right?
Yeah.
So he has a lot of viewers. So of course, he's a public figure. He doesn't want none of his sensitive information out there, does he?
No.
So at this point in time, I'm going to now ask you, do you think... I'm not going to... Well, yeah, we are, basically. We're going to take sides. So who's in the wrong at this point in time? Between the two brothers, ignore Randolph to one side for the moment. Between the two brothers, who's seriously messed up?
You really want me to take sides?
For now, yes.
For now?
Until we summarise. Just
what,
say who's really messed up.
Messed up?
Yes.
KSI.
How?
Because he's always like laughing at him and he's like taking
ignore that for now. How is KSI messed up when Deji's the one releasing public bank information? We're going to get into Deji's video later. But at this point in time, who's really messed up?
At that point in time was Deji.
Yes, was Deji. Yes, thank you. So, he done that, and the rest of it was just all a massive insult to Randolph. There was one part where he said, like, I'll F your wife like a horse. I'll ride over my Porsche. Like, come on, you can't say that to another man's wife. No matter where your beef is with him, on YouTube, like, come on. No. That's not right, is it? As a person, to do that to another man, ignore JJ for one sec, that's not right, is it? No. So that's his diss track. Then we get Randolph's diss track, and to be honest, I actually forget most of it. It's just basically him saying, like, oh, you never lost your fame because you changed your name. Yes, something like that. And he was saying, like, oh, I actually forget what he said. He basically saying, like, oh, there was one part where he mentioned it was all a diss track about LA. What happened in LA? Yeah, he was saying, like, oh, every time we go out, your card says declined, bro. Remember? Because his card was getting declined.
Why? Because he has... I don't understand. He has money, but it's kept saying declined.
And maybe he put the wrong pin in so that the others would think, okay, yeah, let's just give Deji a hand. Simon Miniminter, for those of you that don't know, he confirmed that yes, that was the case. His card was getting declined. I don't know why. I just know it's a fact at this point. His card was getting declined, yeah? That's a fact. No opinion. Well, we do opinions here, but that is not an opinion, that is a fact. Second fact, he was not paying rent at the Sidemen house when he was staying there, training for the boxing, yeah? That is a fact. Now, in the modern day era, unfortunately, you can't live in a house for free unless you're a squatter, which is what Deji was. Yeah. So, yeah. You have to pay your rent. You have to pay your way to make a living. I don't care if you're a YouTuber, if you're a queen, or a failed prime minister, which we're going to get into later as well. So yes. So yeah, he wasn't paying rent. So KSI was stuck in two minds where, okay, should I help my brother and just pay his way, or should I kick him out so that maybe he can learn? If I kick him out, maybe he'll learn to pay rent or something like that, yeah? That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking if I was KSI and I had a brother like Deji and I had the money of KSI and I was in that situation, I would kick him out. Simply being because if I do that, maybe he'll learn. True? Do you not think that's maybe what he was thinking?
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Because you can't just live off your brother for free or your parents or whatever it is you do. So yeah. So that's Randolph's diss track. And Deji, did he make another one? I forget, you know. I don't know if he made another one, but Randolph then made another diss track. Oh no, I think Randolph done his diss track first, then Deji, and then Randolph again. Sorry about that. Randolph then done his second diss track after Deji's diss track. Sorry about that. But yeah, then Randolph's diss track. Now, this is where things start getting to another key point now, the third key point between the two brothers, yeah? And this is where the debate now between me and Hannah is going to start to occur. So, before we get into it, do you remember Randolph's second diss track, the points I'm about to make?
No, I can't remember.
You'll remember once I tell you. So there was a part where basically Randolph was saying that Deji knocks girls up pregnant and he just busts his case. there was another part where he played and remember he played that video clip of the girl talking, of her saying like, I just need to. You talked about the other thing when I get this ready.
What other thing?
Theresa May. Go on.
Theresa May. Oh yeah.
We're going to take a pause for 1 second while Hannah talks about the next subject.
So the next subject will be Theresa May. As you know, she has finally on her way out of number 10. So what really the speech she made kind of not cracked me up, but she kind of like broke down at the end of her speech. So yeah. So yeah, that will be the next subject. Highlights.
No, we'll talk about it now quickly. So yes, she made the speech going. What was it? My memory's terrible right now. She said
my memory's terrible all the time.
What did she say? She said something
about her country she loves, and then...
Oh yeah, I served for the country I love. Oh my God. There's so many people at my work feel sorry for this woman. Are you mad?
Why are you sorry for her?
Mad?
I'm not bothered.
After Brexit, if Brexit doesn't happen or doesn't happen, she's calm. She is calm. She could go live on the farm wherever David Cameron is right now.
Yeah.
Honestly. But right, I don't think we're going to get copyrighted because Randolph is like KSI. They don't copyright their songs. So we're going to play a bit of Randolph's diss track, yeah? So for those of you that's never heard it. And I'm going to pause it to the part that I mentioned, yeah? Bit of music for you guys.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Remember, this is the really controversial one. Also, just to clear things up as well, he never made this on Spotify out of respect for KSI. In a statement that he released, he said after this track, he owned up. He said, "You know what? Perhaps I was a bit too harsh on Deji, so I will keep it on YouTube, but I won't put it on Spotify out of respect for KSI." Yeah. So that's, you know what, that fair play to him.
You kiss your mommy with those lips, and your dad too when he's done filming your clips. Who's a real bitch? Harry Cameron, man, you cheapskate. About to spill the tea while I'm stuffing down his cheesecake. Wait, how dare you speak on my wedding when you getting bitches pregnant, and then you fucking end it. I can't really come.
So, what he's saying here, yeah, that Deji was getting girls pregnant, and he was just ending it. And now I don't know if he means ending it as in like forcing the girl to get abortion, or ending as ending the relationship while she's still pregnant. Now, Deji released his latest video, which we will get onto once we get to that point, saying that KSI allegedly heard this song first and said to Randolph, "Yo, just put it out there. That's fine. Just make the song." So that's one key point where Deji has an issue with KSI, because Deji is expecting KSI to go, "No, sorry Randolph, you can't do this, that's my bro." Yeah? So what do you think the right and wrong is there? Do you think KSI should have said, "No, sorry Randolph, you can't do that, that's my brother, man," or "Yeah, do it, let's teach him a lesson"? What do you think is the right thing to do there?
My brain says, yeah, put it out, but no, don't.
My brain and heart say the same as you, yes, because I wouldn't exactly say yes, but imagine how hard it would have been for KSI to be between his brother and a very good friend, yeah? Oh, and another part of Deji's diss track, he was insulting this guy here for basically being KSI's employee. Like, that's what he was insulting him, saying that he spends more time with JJ than his wife. Well, I'm sorry, but I spend more time at work than I do with Hannah, so...
Yeah, it's normal life.
That's how it is. Like, you see, just jealous that Randolph has an actual job. I don't get it. But yeah, as far as I know, I don't know if these are true or false. I just know it's a statement that Randolph made, yeah? We don't know if it's true, and we never will because we don't know the brothers personally. So we just have to take it with a pinch of salt and just assume at this point in time that it's not real. That Randolph is just making this up from somewhere. So I'm going to play the rest. Crap. Sorry guys.
So let this trap be your obituary. All you see is the bitch of me and think that's where your victory. Look in the mirror, see the symmetry between you and me. It's nothing. That's why I'm winning comfortably. Acting like you're tough as shit. You ain't even won the fight. Every time you would get hit, you bow down and cry. Sparring in the crib.
Right, and there's a clip in this video where Randolph released. It's only like not even a second long. If you watch the diss track, it's around the 120 mark, right? It's not even 1 second long, was it? What we just watched, that little clip of the two brothers sparring. And this was the early stages when Deji had no clue how to box, yeah? And Deji, of course, got dropped by KSI. So, in Deji's latest video, he mentions the fact about that clip. And it was privately sent between the two brothers. No one else had that clip. So, what he's saying here, which I agree because there's no way else it could be, and I don't think Deji's a liar. I don't think he is. Do you? No, but do you think KSI is a liar? I don't think none of them are. No. So, he then says that was sent between the two brothers. So, obviously, either Randolph came to KSI and said, yo, you know that chip you two had sparring? Give it to me. Or KSI went up to him and said, yo, I have this chip of me and my brother. It will be hilarious. Just put it in your diss track for 1 second. And to be honest, I don't really see the harm in it. It's just 1 second clip of him getting dropped, basically.
Yeah, but it's not his fault. It's like, I've never boxed in my life, but if I want to box, obviously I'm going to get dropped a few times. But
so Deji is essentially annoying because it's a lack of trust between the brothers, if I will say. So at this point now, I will say this right here is probably KSI's first mistake, to be honest with you. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't.
no.
Because it's a lack of trust between the brothers. And I'm sure at this point he knows like things are a bit on edge with them. So yeah, we're going to carry on. Ah yes, this was one of it. So apparently, allegedly, he was begging, well not begging, asking 16-year-old girls for nudes.
I think that's bullcrap.
So do I, and
Absolute
yeah, there's no way to prove this,
Yeah,
like
no
we
proof.
said. But I'm pretty sure it's not true, to be honest. I don't think Deji's... I think he might have asked, but maybe... Actually, to be honest, I think he would have, but I don't think he...
No.
No?
No. Why would he? I don't feel like he's that type of guy that would ask for nudes or
I
something.
think he'd ask for numbers or something, but maybe not nudes. But he probably asked something else, maybe. Like numbers or where she lives or to hang out, something like that.
Maybe. Okay.
Without knowing their age as well, if he never knew their age. That's what I'm
That's
thinking.
something that's silly, I think. Because if they're like under 16, that's underage, isn't it?
Yeah, and illegal. But we'll carry on.
16 years old, Deji, that's some mad movements. And when you don't get any, you get ruthless. It's the truth, bitch, please don't make me prove this. Career ending, I'm recommending you quiet down. Resurrecting your channel, man, where's my fucking crown? You're a clown. Only find it funny when you're joking. I'm glad I'm exposing you in the open. You're hoping they think it's fake. You ungrateful little snake. It's the nail in the coffin, right? Or will be your estate. I don't care how much you make. I know you're rich and you stashed it, but have you ever driven the car?
You like it, don't you?
It's
You said
the
it
beat and the
yourself.
flow
You
is
own bare
cool.
houses, so give your mother a break and move out then.
Exactly.
Jealous of your brother now that I'm around. Your whole life is literally just his hand-me-downs. Everything about you is embarrassing. Even your own team through the tower lit.
That's a scene.
Misogynistic, egotistic little prick. Harassing your own fans, trying to get your dick licked. You actually made me sick. You know that you ain't shit. Without big bro, you wouldn't even exist. And don't chat shit about my uni degree when you don't even have one GCSE.
Yeah, he failed school.
Producer refusing to pay his price. No credit
Besides
for
his
himself for
KSI.
forgetting the thorn's mine. I escalated this, but you crushed the line. Now I'm closing the book. You ain't worth my time. I was 16 at the time. He said, oh,
Yeah, right. Now we're coming up to proof. This is facts right here, yeah? And that's the only way that we all know is if these two get down together and talk. But this is video evidence of a girl talking about what happened with her and Deji, right? So listen carefully to this. This is the part I wanted to get to. I'm gonna go back.
Oh shit.
God, that's why I left it like that. Just leave it there.
I was 16 at the time. He said, oh, FaceTime me, ring me, I was good too. So I just ate him. He texts me like, oh, wow, you ate me, safe, have a good life. Always begging me for nudes. Always asking, he was like, show me how you ride me. And I'm like, no, I don't want to. Like, you won't even send me a picture of your face. You know, it's a two-way street. Yo, I'm sick of them thinking they better because they can rap pick on the record, they like as a feather.
Okay, so the rest of it is... Hold on. Just before I finish it. The rest of it is just a diss towards Crips, which we might get into later. So go on, what was you going to say?
I'd just say he could have, like... I'm not sure if that's, like, proper evidence, but I don't...
Like, say you was in court, we were both judges of this whole brother situation, yeah?
Yeah.
So talk about it now as if you was a judge.
I'd say Randolph could have paid those girls to say that.
True, he could have, yes.
Yeah, I'm not being stupid here, but I don't think he would ever send, like, news to girls or vice versa, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. So we'll never know, but KSI, like I said before, heard this and he said, yeah, go on, go do it. And once this diss track, after this diss track was made, by the way, that needs charging.
Does it?
Yes, but I'm going to keep talking while we sort ourselves out. But while after that diss track, that's when he never stopped gaining, he started losing. Sorry, guys. But listen, we're not even the worst podcast out there when we first start. No, seriously, like, going a bit off topic here. Have you heard of, what were they called? Same Old Arsenal podcast? Hannah? Have you heard of a podcast called Same Old Arsenal?
No.
Basically, you know, one of those regulars from Arsenal Fan TV, Lee Judges.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, him and some other guy are on there.
Right.
How they do a podcast is quite interesting. They do it from Skype or FaceTime. So, like, instead of us being here,
Louise.
like, as the video,
Yeah.
it'd be like, your screen is here and my screen is here, and we're just talking, but it's a podcast.
That's silly, I'm sorry, but that's fucking...
And they get so many technical difficulties sometimes. So the difficulties we have are practically nothing compared, isn't it?
Yeah.
And by the way, let's just check if our phones are on silence. We'll go through that later. Is this on silent? It surprisingly is. I never have my phone on silence. So yeah. So after Randolph's diss track, coming back to the topic now, Deji started losing subscribers. This is where it stopped being no gain, no loss. He started losing subscribers because it's causing bad credit to his name, yeah? Now, I want to stress at this time, I don't take sides at this time, and none of us really knows, like Hannah said, if that girl was paid to say what she said, or if that girl just said it to Randolph so she could get the fame, if that you catch my drift.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's like with the James Charles thing with apparently that waiter who was straight but apparently bi but apparently straight. We don't, something like that, innit? Some nobody who wants to make a story to be a somebody, essentially. So with all that said, at this point in time, I kind of want to ignore Randolph's diss track. The only part I want to take from it is the fact KSI agreed to say to Randolph, yeah, just go for it. and KSI had heard what was in that diss track and said, yeah, go for it. I don't really want to take the context from the diss track. I just want to take the fact that KSI said okay. Yeah? So, at the time, I'm going to go into KSI's shoes and think like him. If I was him, maybe I would think like, okay, yeah, maybe Randolph. Or maybe, who knows? We don't know. Maybe KSI didn't hear all of it. Maybe he never heard that voice recording.
Yeah.
We don't know that. We just know that he said, yeah, to Deji, yeah, I heard it. But we don't know if he had heard second one to the last minutes. We don't know. So, that then, that then got Deji really vexed at Randolph. And at the same time as this was going on, as I said with Randolph's diss track, Crypt had done, apparently not a diss track, apparently it's just him showing his skill. Not Threats. Now I'm thinking about Arsenal Fan TV. God damn it. What's his name? Crypt. Didn't really do a diss track. He just sort of said to Randolph and KSI and even Simon, like, yo, why? Just remember when KSI, backtracking a bit now, when KSI went on to the What's Good podcast with Randolph and Simon, like, you did say you heard this one. It was the one with KSI, and they was talking about the best YouTube rappers.
Oh, yeah.
And KSI was like, nah, man, they're all dead. I'm the only one on the scene right now. And Simon was like, oh, but I like Quadeck. He's like, nah, man, Quadeck is dead. And Randall was like, oh, yeah, but Dax is dead. Nah, man, Dax is dead too. Now, KSI, as I know him, is very clever. A very clever man. Because by saying this, he knows, I'm sure he done the research, he knows by saying this, Dax is going to come out at him. So he's going to have to do a diss track on Dax. And KSI knows what gets money and what gets views. Diss tracks. That gets him money, that gets him views. He's very clever. And Quadeca came at him. He know he would. That gets money, that gets views. And very good diss tracks by him. Both of them were, I think. Aries is a bit 50. It's a bit weird, but I like it. You kind of get used. You need to listen to it more than once, basically.
Yeah.
When I first heard it, I was like, what? But, yeah. So, that was around the diss track season. So, with all that going ahead, then we come up to now Deji's other diss track with Deji, ex-Dax, ex-Crypt, ex-Jano / his cameraman. Now, I'm going to give a little bit of backstory with Jano. The only diss track that was more of a comedy track, you know who we're on about, was the only one who done a diss track who wasn't a rapper. Constantine.
That was good.
His diss track was sick, man. I don't even care. Listen, the beat was good, the flow was good. Yeah, he's not a rapper and his raps could have been better, to be honest, but come on, it's KSI's cameraman doing a diss track. It was visually amazing, I think. It was so good. So he done a diss track on Jano, and then Jano didn't really do a diss track on him, but he joined Deji with his diss track. Yeah. He never really done a reply because he knows he lost, basically. So, yeah. So, it was just basically Deji in his diss track. I don't want to play it because it's none. It's just basically Deji saying, like, yo, KSI, like, yo, bro, you don't never stand up for me. You're just out there killing babies because apparently KSI was out there getting girls pregnant, which KSI has never denied. So, we don't, again, that's something we don't know if that's true or if that's false.
Oh, pardon me. Sorry. What?
Apologise to the viewers.
Sorry, I enjoyed my dinner.
Lol. But yeah, we don't know if that's true. So all we do know is those are the claims that have been made. He hasn't really denied or confirmed them. And so not too long after this, he went on to a podcast, which I know. I don't know it quite well. I just know of it, and so do you. Impulsive. The Paul's podcast. Now, apparently, Deji said to KSI, yo, I'm going to go on No Paul's podcast. And KSI's like, no, I don't. Oh, I know. Sorry. I told a lie. KSI said, yeah, just do it. It's fine. and KSI did say this publicly in a statement not too long after. He said his thoughts at the time was, yeah, he said fine, but he didn't really want his brother to do it. But he went ahead and done it anyway, yeah? Which he obviously didn't want him to do. So we then jump ahead a bit to, I would say, oh no, there's still a lot more. Coming up to Christmas time now. So me and Hannah was in Norwich at the time, spending Christmas with her family. And so before Christmas, the two brothers were making videos on it. Well, Deji, more than anybody, was making videos of KSI, saying that he never really feels the support of KSI. He never really feels that KSI had his back through any of this. He backed his friends more than his family. He gets really upset when KSI just keeps laughing at him. He just keeps hitting him, hurting him. He just keeps not really being much of a big brother, essentially, is what Deji was annoyed with at the time.
Yeah.
So he felt that the only way to make his voice heard was to put this online, to make it public. Now, I think he knew at the time that that would get him views, which it did. And funny enough, if you're just doing it to get your big brother's attention, yeah, you know you can demonetize videos yourself. You don't have to monetize them. You can choose. I know, because I'm sort of a YouTuber, in case you guys don't know. This is a YouTube channel. But, yes. So, you can click a little... Huh?
Don't ever do that again, please.
What? Why? But, there's a little button you can click. You just go doink to monetize or not to monetize. And as you know, if you monetize, you get money from the ads, yeah? You can choose not to have ads. So...
But you got... Yeah.
He had ads.
Yeah. But
right?
you...
Huh?
What about you?
Yeah, we have ads, but we don't get nothing right now.
Of course we don't.
We need you guys to share this around, share the love.
Yeah, share it. Definitely.
But, yeah, so he had ads on all his videos around that time, around his little desperate pleas to his brother.
Yeah.
Right? Do you know that? Did you know? He had ads on all the videos, because I watched a YouTuber called Tavos, which I think you've seen me... You know Keemstar, and there's the other guy. What's happening online?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. So he really dug deep. Now, Deji did not only just have adverts, he took the time as well to just add a whole list of tags as well. And as I've told you, tags as well is what also helps you get the views. Right? So if you're really just doing this to what's the word I'm looking for, to
Views?
but no, not views, well that's what it was for, but if you're really just doing it to like cry out to your big brother, then you wouldn't have tags and you wouldn't have adverts. Yes?
Yeah.
Yes. So of course, me myself, I know for facts, it is facts at this stage, he done it for views. Yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Facts.
He done it for views, he got money, and he knows he did because his channel was losing subscribers dramatically, yeah? Okay. So, then, I'm not going to do all the videos, but there was just a bunch of videos of Deji saying like, yo, you never done this, you never done that, you done this, you done that. And KSI made 1 or 2 response videos saying, oh, this is this, this is that, this is this, this is that. He said everything clearly, crossing everything off that Deji said, yeah? Right. So then, at this stage, I was on KSI's side, which, to right now, I am. So, skipping ahead now, it went quiet for a while. Then it comes up to Christmas time. Like Christmas Day, in fact. Now, before Christmas Day, there's one more key part I need to say. KSI said, yo, if you really want to smooth things out between us, then a good start would be to just delete the video, bro. Delete the video, yeah?
Yeah, what was it?
Then we could talk. So he was like, oh no, but I put so much effort into it. I paid whatever many thousands it was. Did you know that KSI offered and said, yo, I'll pay whatever it was that you paid. I'll give you the money.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
No.
He said that. And I've got proof as well. He said that, yo, I'll pay you the money. Just drop the diss track, come on. And then we can talk. And then he's like, no, I'm not going to drop it. So then, oh yeah, I'll talk to you about that later. Just stop going on our phones.
Sorry.
And then,
Get distracted.
and then,
sorry.
and then, he said, just drop the diss track, and then we can talk. So then, Deji is just basically holding things out and going, no, I don't need to drop the diss track, let's just talk. He's like, no, I'm not going to talk until you drop the diss track, essentially. And then they started tweeting each other publicly and all this. Privately, KSI had said, which I'm going to, no, I'll get to that later. But KSI did tweet, message privately, say to his brother, yo, listen, can't we just talk through this privately? Let's stop all the bullshit. Let's come together and talk about this privately, yeah? Which is true. You shouldn't make this public, right?
No, never. I mean, it's like...
Because you've got KSI, who's a massive public figure, and you've got Deji, who's... Deji,
yeah.
So you shouldn't really be making things like this public, isn't it? If half these things that were claimed were true, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, so... Now we're coming up to Christmas. KSI, of course, it's Christmas Day. You spend it with your family if you can, yeah?
Yeah.
So he's gone up to his family to smooth things out with his brother. And he was recording it. Now, the reason was because I know how KSI thinks. He thinks like Pano. Because they were both born on the same day, same year. So I know exactly how he thinks. He was doing it just in case Deji had done something stupid, yeah? Yeah. So, funny enough, Deji was also recording, and Deji had a problem with KSI recording as well. So, if you have a problem with KSI recording, why are you recording yourself then? Pretty stupid, isn't it?
Yeah,
like,
it is stupid.
You shouldn't be annoyed at him for doing something that you're yourself doing, isn't it? Yeah? So, at this point, it's like... KSI is the one that's more in the right at this stage, yeah? And after all this had smoothed out, Deji had even said, yo, I was wrong, hands up, I was just being stupid. He said that in one of his, like, begging for views videos, yeah? So that was after it was all smoothed out. So then he apparently, he never kicked him out, but he said, yo, please, just leave. Because apparently KSI was being aggressive, and Deji feels like he wasn't really there to talk. He was just there to cause a scene. And I do agree with Deji. I think he was probably right, because if he's anything like Pano, well, not like Pano, but if he's
I've never seen him aggressive.
No, but I know Geminis have like two sides to them, innit?
Yeah.
So if he... I know KSI does have that side to him, and to be honest, if he was angry at Deji, I don't blame him, because come on, look at all the things Deji had done during that period. He had leaked his public bank information, he had made a diss track which he said he won't delete, he went on practically his worst enemy's podcast. That's enough reason to be angry at your little brother, isn't it? It'd be very... For me, I would be angry as well. I don't know if I could be calm in that situation. If he was calm, then fair play to him, because I wouldn't be. I could have been. Would you, if that was your sister? You'd be pissed, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah?
I think I'd be more than pissed. I'd just be like, we've had our time together. That's it. I don't want to know you anymore, because
because that's one thing that Deji said in his begging for views video. It's like, I don't... As far as I've just said, you're not my brother anymore. We're not brothers anymore. But yeah, so they patched things up. Skipping ahead to this year now, coming up to the current videos. Deji was recently, before the recent issues that have been made public, he done 1 or 2 videos with KSI on his second or main channel, or both, I don't freaking know. And KSI didn't do any on his. this is a key point, by the way. KSI did not do any videos with. I don't think he has. Correct me if I'm wrong. Do the research if you guys think I'm wrong. But KSI, I don't think he done any videos with Deji on his channel. It was just Deji, yeah? And so they done channels just of them like the old days. They're playing games again. It's all fun and jokes. And there was a part where like a challenge, if Deji screams or dies, KSI punches him, and then it wasn't Scream. No, it was something else. I think I was watching a video or something like if you laugh, then the person gets punched. So it's not just KSI. It's not just Deji. Both of them could potentially be punched by a boxer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So now in Deji's recent video, which we're coming up to very shortly now, he was saying, "Oh, KSI, he was." Always being so aggressive to me. Like, look back at this recent video, he was being so aggressive. Okay, yes. But Deji also lost a few of those things, and he punched KSI as well. It's a two-way thing, like, it's a two-way thing, yeah? Simple as. If you can't handle getting punched, then what sort of boxer are you? True?
True, yeah.
It's true, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
that's what KSI, I know, was probably thinking at the time. Like, if you can't handle a punch from me, then how the hell can you beat Alex Wasabi, Jake Paul, any boxer that you potentially want to face?
Yeah.
Even Joe Weller could probably beat him, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah. So he's annoyed with KSI's behaviour in that video. And coming up to Deji's recent video now, in his recent video, he had made up that point. And then he had gone back to like 2012 days, which I said they was doing videos together quite often. They had made something called, for this one video by the way, Slavery FIFA. And what that essentially is, it's just basically, as it well suggests, it's back in the slave days. So let's say me and Hannah are playing FIFA. I score, I get my belt, I whip Hannah. If Hannah scores, she gets her belt if she's wearing one, and hits me with the belt. It was funny at the time. It was relevant because FIFA was very popular back then. Gets you views, gets you money. And yeah, so he was annoyed at the fact that he'd done that. But so I'm sorry, Deji, but KSI had you also scored goals against KSI, did you not? Yes, he did. So he got the opportunity to whip KSI as well. It's not just KSI picking on his little brother all the time, is it? No, it's just the chance for them to pick on each other, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes? That's one point that he made, which is true, but it's false to the sense that he shouldn't be upset about, yeah? Right. Another point that he made was, I mean, that's pretty much, that's the basis of all he's really made clear. Is there anything else that he said that you can remember that you think, oh, I agree with Deji 100?
I think with Deji's recent video, the only thing I probably could agree on his video, I think it's mainly about he thinks that KSI is bullying him.
Yeah.
And then when he shows the evidence in video, everyone's gonna think, Christ, yeah, oh, it's really bad, it's happening to him, blah blah blah. And I think there's only a small amount that I agree on that video.
Exactly, and another point is with Simon tweeted not too long after Simon, as in Miniminter, one of the sidemen. He tweeted, I'm gonna sneeze, sorry guys.
Oh,
Sorry
you.
guys, oh look at that spike, I'm sorry for your ears. But yeah, Simon had said something that I agree so much with, not just in this case, but in every case. There are two sides to every story. So no, there's not a wrong side, there's not a good, there's not a correct side. There's just two sides, and then the story comes together. So you've got Deji's side, which is half of the side, and then you've got KSI's side, which hasn't really been explained yet, but I can explain it in the way that I sort of know how he is, which is why we're doing this. So then they come together, to make the story. So a lot of people now are unsubscribing from KSI, not yet fully hearing KSI's side, Yeah. So they're just like, oh, Deji, I feel so sorry for him. We have to subscribe to him. We have to unsubscribe from KSI. KSI is just a big bunny. Oh, blah blah blah. And
he can be a big bunny sometimes, I think.
He can be, but he's Gemini. He has two sides. He is the way he is, and so
make up excuses again.
How?
You're like, because he's Gemini, he's allowed to be like that.
He's not allowed to be like that, but he's not doing anything wrong. He's being a brother to him. He was the one that helped him to get to where he is. The points that Deji's making out, are points that... Okay, there's another thing that KSI did wrong, which I will agree, if it's true, which we don't know. Apparently, KSI had slept with one of Deji's... Well, that Deji was aiming to be with. And now, again, this isn't fully KSI's fault, because KSI is not just going to go up to the woman and go, yo, spread, and just insert his dick, is he? No, the woman's going to be like, oh yeah, you see that guy Deji? Nah, I like you, you're better. Like, she's not going to... It takes two to dance, isn't it? Well, two to tango, as they say. But so he's wrong, but he's not fully wrong in that sense. To me, there's issues there, but there's not issues where Deji should be so angry, so annoyed to the fact that he feels he's being bullied. He's not. He's not being bullied. Come on. You were bullied yourself. What's being bullied like compared to what's publicly known about those two?
Or me.
Is it anything like that?
No, really, no. Mum was like constant and in person. Like, I feel like I could never go to school, ever. And I feel like my mum or my sister never really understand. I was just like, oh, bugger them.
Because there was, which I'm going to give evidence to now. Doing. So KSI, there was a point where he's like, yo, I'm wrong, okay, I'm sorry. Let's just work through this. So there was a private message that he said, I've had a think. Look, I want to fix this. I want to bring this back to us being a family. But it's hard when everything is on YouTube. From now on, let's keep everything private. And I promise to work on being better. He knows he's not perfect, but he's trying to be a better brother, yeah? Yes? In the future, just talk to me. And then on Deji's birthday, he said happy birthday. This is all around Christmas time, this evidence. And then he says, this isn't about winning or losing. This is family. What the F? And then today, he says, love you, bro. So they ain't really spoken since Christmas, by the way, because Deji didn't reply to none of these messages. Now, does that being a good brother? No, it's not. As far as I'm concerned, if you want to make it work, you have to make the effort yourself as well, isn't it? And the reason why KSI keeps laughing at him, because again, I know how he is. He's the sort of person that he would rather laugh than cry. The only time we've ever seen him cry was that time he was completely drunk during his movie premiere on Snapchat, remember? He was like, I love you guys so much, I remember?
Yeah.
He is someone that, even, like I said, he's very similar to Tapano in the sense that he don't really show crying as well. KSI inside, I'm sure he's upset. I'm sure he's upset about all this situation that's going on, but he doesn't show it because I know how he is. Even me, when I'm upset sometimes, I just laugh it off. Even when I'm at work.
But once if it's like really upsetting and you can't keep it in you.
You just have to laugh it off, because as well, don't forget the fact that he's a massive public thing. Imagine if he had done something that Theresa May done, laughing on live national TV. He'd get slated to bits, more than just his forehead memes, isn't it?
Yeah.
There you go. Come on, you have to be clever. You have to think like the way he does, or the way he should at least. You get me? So coming up to that, KSI's responses to Deji's video is the private messages I just said with the caption, "lol." And then, so the first thing he said was, I don't know if you guys have seen this meme, but any of you that have played GTA San Andreas, it's basically CJ walking up to someone and going, shite, not this again. So it's that meme with Deji's thumbnail, basically. And the caption, there's no caption. Then he's made another one today saying, imagine making a Tati version 2 video and thinking I'm going to reply with a bunch of laughing faces. He even put ads on the video, by the way. Lol, 40 plus minutes. So imagine that revenue. Nice. Money, money, money. Exposed. Videos are the new diss tracks, which are getting views because, as we know, before this recent beef, there was the massive beef between Tati and James Charles. Yeah, there you go. So he's also made another response saying, "Oh no, I'm losing subs. Let me try and give an F to GIF." Bunch of laughing faces. I've been doing this YouTube thing for way too long to care about stuff like that. Subs don't even matter anymore these days. The kid only talks to me publicly, as which we've seen in the private messages. He barely talks to him anymore when he's trying to make it up to him. So I just don't care anymore. And he went on a podcast before this beef as well, off the peel. It was either off the peel or another one, saying that he's just done with him because he has made. You can't sit here and say he hasn't tried. He hasn't tried to make an effort with him, can you? He's tried, and Deji isn't working with him. So what can you do? It's like going to a kebab shop, right?
Yeah.
And say to the person, "Can I have a doner kebab, please?" I go, "Yes, certainly." They come back with a shish kebab. They go, "What's this? I wanted a doner." "Oh, sorry, my mistake." And then they come back to you and they offer you a chicken kebab. They go, no, I said doner." So they go, "Oh, sorry, I'm so sorry." They take that away, they come back to you, and they just give you the pita bread. Now, would you try and make it work with that same restaurant? Would you F off to another one?
F off to another one.
There you go. You can't just... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a very good example. A very ghetto example as well. So he's also made another response. Well, sort of. I think he is aiming this at Deji. He's saying, "Anyway, can't wait to do a Reddit video soon. Need to do a one question video too." Now, a point that Deji made, which we don't know is true, but I believe it probably is, that Deji is the one that pointed this out to KSI about these one question goes. He said, "Oh, I saw this thing on here. Maybe you should do it." So apparently, but as he's just said, they barely talked. So, and then his final response: "Life is so much better when you just don't care anymore," which is true. If you just don't care, like, you're cool. It's like, if you're so upset and care about what people think of you, then you're just not going to enjoy your life, are you? No, you're not.
No.
So, yeah, we are all up to date with the beef between the two brothers.
Yeah, definitely.
So, coming up to that now, let me just refresh this to see if he has said anything else.
I doubt anyway.
No, he hasn't. Oh, wait, Simon? He just wants to record games. No. So yeah. So with all that said, right, I'm not going to ask you who's on the wrong, who's on the right, but I'm going to ask you, is Deji, how can I ask this? Is Deji right to be upset with KSI?
In a way, yeah.
I think he was at one stage, but when KSI has shown again and again that he's trying to fix this, then and Deji ain't listening or trying to meet him halfway, then at the end of the day, you're just doing this for views. Do you think he's doing it for views? I'll say that as well. Do you think he's doing all this for views?
Half of it, he could be doing it for views.
Because if you're just doing this to fix your broken relationship, money shouldn't matter to you.
No.
You shouldn't put tax. You shouldn't monetize it. Because you know people like Teamstar, Kavos, all these people are going to go and do the research and look, oh, Deji's just doing this for the views. Yeah. And he knows KSI ain't new to YouTube. He knows KSI can see that he's doing it for views as well. So to summarise, I'm going to say Deji isn't in the wrong, but neither is KSI. But Deji is wrong in a sense that he thinks KSI is wrong. He's not. He's just not meeting him halfway. So if it comes to sides, I'm on KSI's side all day long.
Also, I'll take no sides, because when I said a few years ago, obviously I used to take sides and think, X is better than Y, but actually no, I don't want to take no sides because I want to hear like another story, half of the story.
Yeah, you want to hear KSI's side, but he's just tweeted right now the evidence that I showed you.
No,
Say that like he's trying to make it work, and with the previous issues they had, remember like I told you, he made that video going, Deji, this, that, addressing all the key points that Deji had before made. So to me, and another funny fact, not the fun fact, but a funny fact. KSI is on tour, ladies and gentlemen. New Age tour for the whole month, and funny enough, I don't know anything about tours or music, apart from listening to music, of course. Now, I must think, and surely it must be hard to have a schedule, yeah? So, you're going to be busy, for sure, yeah?
Yeah, obviously really busy.
Now, of course he's going to know about this, which he does know because we've seen his tweets, yeah? Now, do you really think... He probably, you know what, if he really, really wanted to, he probably would have time. But do you really think he has time to be sitting down, like Deji as well, a 40+ minute video going... Dej, doing. No, he don't. He's on. Listen, the man is on a European tour as well.
The way Deji did, he done it really quite clever, because now he's thinking, right, KSI can't reply now because he's on tour. Low. You know what I mean?
Views. Subscribed on, because my big brother doesn't have time to counteract this because he's on tour. Case closed. KSI is in the right, but listen, I don't want to say anything yet because we haven't fully heard his side, and I don't think he might give his side one day. But for right now, I'm not gonna take sides because I don't want to be proven wrong, basically. But I am edging towards KSI. Well, and you're still like, oh, I don't want to say.
I said I don't take sides, but I feel like Deji has a lot of points.
Growing up to do.
Don't you dare put words in my mouth.
He does, doesn't he? Listen, don't forget when he got kicked out recently, he didn't even know how to cook a chicken in the oven. He nearly burnt the thing, remember?
How could you not cook a chicken?
And this is coming from a man that apparently...
Actually, this is coming from a... Right, he's same age as me, right? But
yes.
Only 2 days old. And I feel like I'm more mature than him. I can cook properly. You've seen me cook. I can bake. But it's not rocket science. Obviously, he's a man. They think, oh, men can't cook, blah. Yes, they can.
Jamie
they can
Oliver.
learn. They can. Yeah, Jamie Oliver.
What's his name? The guy that keeps swearing, Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay, he's a perfect... I mean, they're chefs. They're top professional chefs. I absolutely fucking bow down to them because they're amazing. I mean, I'd happily.
Well, Jamie, maybe not so much.
Jamie, I feel sorry. I mean, I told you I ate at one of his restaurants, and the pasta's gorgeous. My family loves it. Done. Case closed. With Gordon Ramsay, I don't know where his restaurants are, but I want to go to one of them.
He's got
obviously,
loads.
he's got loads, but obviously it's not cheap. I don't care. I want to go to one of them. Obviously, they've got to be lovely. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But obviously, you know, it's not rocket science to cook. I mean, you need to. It's about learning. It's to me. I think it took me a few years to learn. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel you.
Yeah, and you need to learn as well by watching me.
And slight change of topic. So, I'm going to try this for the first time. If it doesn't work, please don't unsubscribe. Please don't unsubscribe. Please don't dislike. Please just be nice, okay? Please
Being
don't
sarcastic, yeah.
Please don't do any rude comments. Please don't think that I'm insulting you. Please don't think that this is being racist. Please just, okay? So, there's a thing that Arsenal Fan TV do, Robbie does quite often, which he fails a lot sometimes, a poll. It's like, right, I'm going to put it to a poll. So, I also am going to put this to a poll if we get the views for this, of course, which, based on that title down there that you'll see, we will. So, there's going to be a poll. Do you think, so it's just going to, I don't know what the poll exactly is going to be, but do you think KSI is in the wrong or Deji? So yeah, that's what it's going to be. So is KSI in the wrong or Deji? Or no, is KSI wrong or is Deji doing this for views? And there'll be another one. Or both. Or both.
It could be both, yeah.
KSI could be in the wrong, but Deji could just be exploiting this for the money. Could be both, that's what I'm saying.
It could be both.
So, yeah, we're going to wrap it up there. We did have other stories planned, but, we have been talking about these brothers for 1 hour. My God, so fair play to Deji for doing it for 40 minutes, you know.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That must have been hard. Did you do the fun joke?
Can I do it now, please?
Oh, okay, yeah, go on. And
what about your fun fact? Yeah.
Yes,
or do you want to do your fun fact first?
I'll do my fun fact and then we'll end this all with a joke.
Yeah. So obviously the other topics we've got will be for next time.
Yes.
But not for next Sunday because
not for the next Sunday. The
Sunday
Sunday
after.
We'll go back to our 2-week schedule because we like to spend some time together. Because Sundays are the only days we get time together.
Yeah, I mean, well, you were working today, so...
Yes, and I was working today.
That's overtime, but me, obviously I wasn't working. Obviously I'm not working tomorrow because it's a bank holiday. Woo!
Right, so I'm going to start... This fun fact is a bit different. I'm going to do it as a question, first of all. Is it illegal to charge for tap water?
Illegal to charge for tap water?
Charge for tap water.
I think... No, it shouldn't because it's coming out of the... pipes, you know, for the system, and it
so
should be
yes
illegal.
Or no?
No.
So no, it's not illegal, or yes, it is illegal to charge for tap water.
It's legal to charge for tap water. You know
no,
what I mean?
It is illegal to be charging people to drink from tap water. That is.
Oh, to drink from.
Yes.
You got obviously that's illegal because you know germs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and tap water should be free for the country. It's water.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm going to read what it says. It seems like a reasonable. I don't like that word, but business is a business, and the law does not prevent charging for the use of glass for service. So I could just walk into a restaurant. They don't charge me for using their glass, and I could just go, can I have some tap water, please? Simple. It doesn't extend to filtered tap water, though. That's different. If it's filtered, that is different.
Oh yeah, because if it's filtered,
they can charge for that. That's
pure.
fine.
Yeah, because filtered is pure water. Like I used to, you know, those jugs that you pour water in and you filtered in.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Obviously, my nan used to have one of them, and I would taste tap water first. Didn't like it. Taste the filtered water, and I see a small difference. If you know what I mean.
Yes. And you can get this thing as well that you can put on the edge of the tap, and when you pour it, it automatically gets filtered.
Oh yeah, that thing that twisted.
I know that
That's
when I was
what
doing
we
plumbing.
need to get. Yeah, I think I've seen that advertised before on TV.
Yeah, so
Yeah, perfect.
but
Ooh.
but the key point here is, so let's say you go to, I'm trying to think now, what sort of
Oh shit! Sorry.
let's say we go to a milkshake bar. They only do milkshakes.
Yeah.
It is only illegal if the place sells alcohol. If they don't sell alcohol, then it's legal for them to charge for tap water, because they don't sell alcohol.
Well,
You get me?
yeah.
So it's only illegal if the place serve alcohol. They have to provide free drinking water.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes
Yeah.
sense. Whether it's filtered or unfiltered for alcohol places. Okay. But yeah, I thought that'd be interesting for those of you that are cheapskates and you don't really want to pay for drink when you're out in restaurants or buffets. Yeah, you just ask for tap water, you get it for free, guys. If they serve alcohol, you can get filtered water as well for free. Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
Did you know that?
No, because I should know because I used to work in a bar.
No.
No.
Anyway, end this horrible, dramatic, long podcast, please, with a good joke, please.
Okay. Alright. You might get this one, you might not. I'll get this one. Alright.
After a great start.
Right. Someone stole my Microsoft Office and they're gonna pay. You have my word.
Ha! That's funny.
Yes.
That's the first one I saw and laughed at. But it's only funny to people that know anything about computers.
Yeah. I was gonna do another joke, but that would definitely get shut down.
Yes. But yeah, we are gonna end it there, guys. Listen, I hope you've enjoyed listening to our views, listen to our opinions about this matter that's gonna go on for a while. If you like the video, then please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It helps us out a lot, gets us noticed. And hey, if you don't like us, then give us a dislike. That also helps.
Yeah.
Oh,
got hiccups now. I'm so sorry. Look at that spike.
But oh my goodness. But if you want to subscribe, there's going to be an annotation coming up showing you how to do it. Click the bell so you get notified when we get when our stuff becomes uploaded.
Yep.
If you want to follow all our social medias, all the links are in the description down below. And yeah, until the next time, I want to make sure that I have covered everything I wanted to cover before I sign us off. Which, to be honest, we have. We could do the rest. Oh yeah, before we go, I want to make this clear. Today we didn't do
What's the score?
What's happening, because this is the main subject that we wanted to talk about, and the Theresa May thing, which we snuck halfway through.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll also comment down below who do you think is going to be the new Prime Minister. Hey, could be me.
Or me.
Or her.
I'd make sure. No, if I was PM, I'll bloody make sure that everything goes chip shape and
Listen,
all.
you know, it's not as easy as that.
It's not as easy, but no. But
It's
oh
not
my
easy.
God.
Come on.
I'll be the youngest one there.
Probably, you'll be the youngest one in history. My God, but it has to be Conservative anyway.
Yeah.
It can't be Labour. But I'm hoping when this Conservative person comes in, they go, "Yo, listen, we're gonna delay Brexit because we're in a mess right now. We're gonna do an election." And whoever wins that election, they are going to be the one that finalises all of this mess.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, so that's pretty much everything covered. See you guys at the next time.
Bye bye.